Hello, hello. Hopefully this is working out. So today I just wanted to share a completed journal insert. Finally, I have finished this, or at least I deem it completed. And it's one of those like love-hate things where I'm happy to have finished it, also because it was getting really unwieldy because of all the paper that I've added to these pages, and in the end it was just getting sort of crazy. So I'm glad to be able to be like done with it so I can move on to something new, because there's just this cool feeling about starting something new, right? So I just wanted to do a flip through of this insert. This is a traveler's notebook insert. It's like an official one. I don't know if there's anything special about this paper, but there are way too many pages in this insert for the type of journaling that I'm doing, at least in my mind, because it's just getting way too fat with all of the papers in, and I really sort of tore apart some of the pages, and I had to like tape them back in and fix it. So if I were to use a traveler's insert again, I would probably take out a bunch of the pages and make this like a much smaller insert. And that would also reduce the time it takes to finish, right? Because I started this November 2020, like during the whole COVID and all that kind of stuff. So it's been a year just to finish this. And obviously, this was not the only journal I was working in, but for this particular insert, it started as sort of like just a random stationery love. Let me use my stickers and washi tape and tools that I have just to make use of it and have fun. And it started out as like a challenge that was online or on Instagram, I think. Some type of like advent calendar-ish kind of challenge. I don't even remember the name of it. I think it was by Cafe Analog on Instagram. So I had started with that, but there weren't obviously that many prompts, so it only took up some of the pages. And then afterwards, I was just doing random journaling. But I did try to keep it consistent in that I used many of like the same supplies. I only used, or almost only used, exclusively like this black ink, like regular Pilot Metropolitan fountain pen, and like the same type of paper for the journaling itself. Just like trying to keep it consistent, which was nice because it creates sort of like this consistency in this particular journal insert. But of course, after you get through this many pages, it's just sort of like, I want to change it. And obviously, there's no rules. I could do whatever I want, but I just had this thing where I wanted to finish this one insert in this way. So let me go with a little flip through. This insert is like sort of cream-ish paper. I mean, I don't know if you would call it cream. I guess it's like white paper. But it has a craft cover, and it's attached just with like staples, which obviously I guess that's why it's not that strong. Most people who are journaling are just writing as opposed to maybe like sticking in so much ephemera. So that was my mistreatment of the insert. But the cover just it says Stationery Love, and these are just like really old alphabet stickers that were in my stash, so I wanted to use them, and I was sort of surprised that I actually could spell this out, because the problem with alphabet stickers is always you end up using like the same letters, and then you only have like Y's and Z's left or something. So that's what the cover says, and the opening page, you can see it has like the Traveler's Company, and it has this frame is actually the first page of Traveler's Company's inserts normally, but I just did like a random collage and actually used my stamps, and I actually do have a fair amount of stamps from like card making and scrapbooking days, but I don't use them a lot because I'm just super lazy to have to like get out all those supplies and the inks, and getting your hands all dirty and stuff. I think a lot of my inks have dried up, so it's just like not something that I always do. It's not handy to me. I really like using stickers because they're so handy and useful, like easy to do. But this page basically has a bunch of washi tape, stickers, stamps on top of memo pages, and this is like a little banner piece cut out from some scrap brown leather. Um, so just like random collage. And I'm sure you guys know, like, if you're into like the stationery world, these stickers with these like girls and guys like characters, they are from La Dolce Vita. It's like a pretty distinct like type of illustration that you will see around. So that was the opening page, and then the first prompt, like this is back in 2020, was about the year that had passed. So everybody was obviously journaling about certain types of um, big national events that had happened. And my journaling is definitely very like phrases and not full sentences, not necessarily punctuated anyway. Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. Usually it's just like a short paragraph, and it's mostly because when I say journaling, like creative journaling, it's because I'm making a list or I'm writing down a quote or a song lyric or just like a little blurb that is, important to me or says something to me or whatever it is I feel at the moment. I'm not very like stream of consciousness type of journaling because I actually do that, but I do that as part of my morning pages in a completely different journal that is literally just like a cheap notebook where I write and there's nothing in it, no decoration, nothing. It's just like extremely messy stream of consciousness, morning pages idea type of writing. So I guess because I usually get that kind of stuff like brain dump out of the way when it comes to like creative journaling, I'm usually more selective, and I just sort of put like snippets, and that's just my personal habit of what I do. Um, so you can see I've used um, printable paper as the background here. This craft paper with these like words and things is just like a printable paper that I use. This is a memo sheet with the Dolce Vita like character. In this throughout this whole insert, I've been using these Dymo labels as sort of like a way to make a title or something. And these are all like stickers and this memo paper where I did a bit of like overview journaling of just like major events of 2020. And it says like, oh, what a year. And then the next prompt was about Heige, pronounced Hugui. I don't know how to pronounce this, but the Danish or Norwegian word that is about coziness, like that feeling of wellness and contentment. So it was like a big, there's like books on it now. It's like a big trendy thing. So it was just about that. And I had journaled on this, and then I do have a picture here of my kids. So like it flips out, and this is like a picture. This whole background is actually a picture that my daughter drew, and I just wanted to include it in it. In terms of like these cozy feelings of being with family. And I guess that's one of the good things about COVID, right? If you were stuck at home, then you were able to sort of have that kind of atmosphere with your family. The next prompt was, I think, just sort of like a to-do list for the holiday season. So I have like washi tapes, printable papers that I've used in the background, lots of stickers, tags. These are like alphabet stickers, another little heart punched out from leather, and the journaling here. Still have the same Dolce Vita sticker. And then the next prompt, I believe, was about holiday movies that you enjoy. So I had printed out a whole bunch of like different holiday movies that we normally watch like every Christmas season. Jesus Christ Superstar, The Grinch, and there's multiple versions of it. The Nightmare Before Christmas is like huge. My family loves it. My husband loves it. So definitely. And here I have, it says like fond memories. And I think it's because this year we actually went to a live performance, like musical performance version of The Nightmare Before Christmas. And this was in 2020. So despite COVID and all that kind of stuff, it was like in a like a mall or something, and we had taken our kids. And then the next prompt was about connecting or like forest bathing, something about like nature, ecotherapy. And I've always been really fascinated by the whole forest bathing idea because obviously there's scientific backing about that whole idea, but I should say the idea is that if you walk in nature or in a forest, there's actually something that happens to you, like physically, almost like it's nature therapy or ecotherapy. And I think it is true because we definitely feel that. If you were to go out in nature, it just gives you a very different feeling. And obviously, we are, animals of this world, so it must mean something. So I'm always very fascinated by that kind of stuff and reading up about it. So I just have like this random collage and journaling here. These are washi tapes, and this is actually a memo paper by a Japanese artist that I cannot remember the name, but like they're little memo sheets. I'm a huge fan of buying like way too many memo sheets. I don't actually need them. They're not even like post-its. They're just like, they're not sticky. They're just like memo sheets, right? But it's such a thing, and I have so many. Um, this is a printable paper that I have stuck onto like this spread, but I cannot for the life of me remember where I got this. But sometimes I will see something online, I will download it, I will print it, and then it's in my stash, but then I use it much later, so I don't exactly remember where I got this printable, but it's a printable paper design. I still have the sticker, and in this house we believe Black Lives Matter, sort of journaling about, it's not really about Black Lives Matter in terms of like the journaling, but it's like similar thoughts in terms of how we are a community like in this world, and we need each other, and that we should all be sort of working towards, common greater good kind of thing. And I know it's like, cliche and all that kind of stuff, but that was the sentiment for this spread. And then this was already the end of the year, so it was the goodbye to 2020 and hello to 2021. And it's just sort of like mirror imaging kind of collage. And this doesn't really have any kind of like major journaling on this spread. It's mostly just random collage and stamping and stickers and things that I feel. And when it comes to creative journaling, you can think of it almost as a way to express yourself visually. Like some people want to splatter paint, some people want to make marks with pens and pencils, some people want to, read or act or dance, and it's sort of similar, right? We're just doing this on paper form in a book with like stationery supplies. This page is about looking ahead, and I just really liked this paper. It's like so pretty, brilliant blue. I believe this is from Yayday Paper Co., which is like an online digital subscription where you get like printables to download every month. And there's just like a little collage of washi tape and stickers here. This page, another printable paper here with some envelope paper ripped in the back, vintage paper, book paper, and lots of stickers. And it says, the only kind of drama I want in my life is K-drama. I just love that sentiment. So true. I love watching K-dramas. I definitely fell into the hole of watching so many K-dramas during COVID, but even before and after. Like I, have a subscription to Netflix and that whole thing. This is another random spread of just things that I had, and I was just like plopping them on. And sometimes I create pages like not from beginning to start, like I just finished this whole spread. Sometimes I will flip to another page and like stick a paper down, then flip to another page and like stick something else down, and then over time go back and like add to it. So it's not that these pages are finished from start to finish just like one by one in a linear fashion. I'm actually not usually a linear fashion kind of journaler unless it's like actual writing, like Dear Diary style. And dated usually. When it comes to like creative journals, I usually just create them randomly in sort of a random order. So the first thing that I put on this page was probably like this printable paper and all these stacks of paper, but then I had added like a piece of packaging from like the Super Mario game that I got, like the little tiny one that was released with the old-fashioned Super Mario game, and like old business card anyways. stickers and things like that. This page actually uses printables from Sue's Fish. She's like a scrapbooker and she creates printable designs that you can buy from her Etsy shop. And they're practically like almost free. They're really inexpensive in her Etsy shop. She just uses it almost like a way to distribute her writings and her digital paper designs. This is actually a postcard from like an online shop, and there's some sticker washi tape here and lots of stickers. This page was another printable from Sue's Fish, but then I had to repair this, which is why there's like this clear, transparent like packing tape here. But then I put washi tape on top to sort of decorate it and keep it themed in this purple color with like a bunch of stickers. But the journaling here is actually from a K-drama. These are like, it's a K-drama with like, 16 chapters or something like that. And I really like the titles. So I like wanted to write down the title of each episode of this K-drama. The K-drama is called Her Private Life. It's about like this, I can't remember what's her job, like she's an art director or something similar like that, but that's like her professional life, whereas her behind the scenes life, she's like a total fangirl, really after like some, I don't know, pop star or something like that. So it's just about what it means to be like like a really obsessed quote unquote fangirl. So it says like, do you know what it means to be a fan? I'm sorry for acting like I'm a normal person. Let's be well mannered. I will protect my baby, and baby meaning like the singer that she's infatuated with. A fangirl's eyes are filled with love. Accident prone area for fanatics. Fangirls use their dating fortune for more fangirling. If the C's job is to make waves, a fangirl's job is to be delusional. That's like, model of what it means to be fangirling. And then when you become a fan, let everyone know. A heart that has already been chosen. Have you ever been hit by reality? The fact that I'm your fan means I'm on your side. Always with you even when you're alone. A star that shines my dark heart. You are my home. And fangirling, fanboying. So I just really like the whole idea of fangirling. It's I'm sure we've all had those obsessions, especially growing up, like your favorite boy band, your favorite girl band, or your favorite actor, and all the posters that you had posted in your room, like that kind of thing. So I just really like that and wanted to document it. This is just like, I had these like, what do you call them? Rub-ons. So instead of stickers, they are sort of like stickers, but printed onto a film that you like put over paper, and then you rub it and it like transfers over. So I really like rub-ons as well, because they're sort of like stamps, but they're like an in-between of stamp and sticker. So that it's just a lot cleaner to use. So it was just minimal journaling, but I really like the layout of like using printed paper and stickers, washi tape, and some little like rub-ons. This is another pretty paper that has been in my stash for a long time, and again, I do not remember where it comes from, but probably from some scrapbooking, like digital scrapbooking set, because you can buy them basically. They sell papers that you can print, and they're meant for scrapbooking, but of course you can use them for anything, to like decorate your planner, use in your journaling, and since it's digital, you can print it as many times as you want in any size that you want. So it's just about, this is just like random journaling, again, phrases, with some stickers and more papers. This is another paper that I thought was really pretty, which is from Mayday Paper Co. And it was just like cozy feelings of winter, bunch of stickers, and some quick journaling about that whole feeling when you want to like hibernate. Oh, this I really thought was fitting, like this paper is from Mayday Paper Co. It's like the jungle vibe, and with this washi tape. But if you listen to like TikTok or any of that kind of stuff, there's that energy mantra going on around. I think it's by someone called Michael7, and I just really love it. I think it's like the coolest, little rap song to get like hype you up. So I wanted to like write a bit of it down, and I just thought for some reason it went with this whole vibe of like energy and like living life lush kind of thing. Oh, these are like sort of, what is it? Song lyrics. Afterlife by Haley Steinfeld. So I was just like writing it down, documenting it. And I think sometimes people say like they don't know what to journal about. Like if you're not into the whole Dear Diary sort of format or don't want to do stream of consciousness, you know, copying down your favorite quotes or quotes that you like or music lyrics that you like is sort of like an easy way to sort of like roll into the whole journaling idea. And some people think of this almost as, what do they call it? Their commonplace book, which the idea is like collecting things that you like, that inspire you, that spark some interest, that you want to collect to do something with later on, like you put it in book form. And that's where like the commonplace books comes from, which is sort of like a sketchbook. It's just that some people, when you say sketchbook, they think like you have to sketch in it, which is not necessarily the case. A sketchbook is just where, I mean, it comes from when an artist is like collecting things that they're going to use in their art later on, or they're practicing, or they're taking notes and things like that. But it could be anything, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that they're only sketches. So I just think for anyone, you can think of journaling as like a commonplace book, a place where you are putting the things that you like, the things that inspire you, the things that you just want to keep in some form or another, and it sort of allows you an outlet or an expression in a different form, which is like a visual form, and you might be using, you know, other tools and not just pens and pencils or colors. You could be using stickers, you could be using papers, you could be using tapes, like anything. It really could be anything. And of course, art journalers, they are using like paint, you know, and other kinds of art supplies. So it's really up to your preference. This, I was just journaling about eating habits and things like that. And this paper is also from Yede Paper Co., which is sort of like some picnic design paper. This is another printable that I had in my stash from a long time ago, and it was like a bunch of illustrated cassette tapes, because these are, again, other music lyrics that I was listening to. This is just another printable paper that I wanted to use, but it's just a collage, because I really like these little stickers, which I forget the name as well, but it's from like an Etsy seller. So an illustrator that sells their stickers on Etsy, but they're actually printable. So I printed them myself and cut them out. This is a animal print paper that I designed myself. So I'm pretty sure you can download this on my blog or something similar, because I have variations of it. And so this is just a collage with like stickers and papers. Another printable paper with some documentation of a drawing that my daughter gave me and some of the stuff that she is obsessed with currently. She loves pink. She's like 6-year-old, so very stereotypically very much likes like the kawaii stuff, pink things, all of that stuff. Another sort of mixed page with like papers, washi tape, stickers, just a big mix. And there's like lyrics, and sometimes I will like read something or hear music and want to write down the lyrics, but sometimes I don't write down the lyrics like exactly. Sometimes I'm just like writing as I'm listening to it, so it might be like a mix of like, oh, I really like that phrase, but then I'll add something else of my own to the writing, so it just ends up to be journaling, to be sort of like very segmented and cryptic. And I don't know, it's just what I feel like doing, rather than writing in like necessarily complete sentences like paragraphs. This is another big collage page with like this printable paper. These are like little, they're like little sunny side up eggs, and you can find this paper actually on my blog for free. I think I have multiple colors, but this is the yellow one, and there's a bunch of like papers, washi tapes, tags, magazine cutouts, all these coffee stickers. This is like a magazine cutout. So some people, they really, really like to cut out all their magazines and do collages with it, and mix and match. And I think that, you know, it's again why I go back to the idea of the commonplace book, because a lot of people used to, like in the olden days, used to do that. They would clip out, right, the things that they wanted to keep, aside to reference at a later date, or just to put together, or wanted to save because they liked it. Another printable paper, some journaling, stickers. These are like all stickers. I used like a whole sticker sheet here because I just thought it would look really cool, like all put together like this. And this is, it says, I just want to drink coffee, create stuff, and fight hate. And I don't remember what this is from. Maybe it's from Little Gold Pixel. Like, she has a website that has free printables online. This is another printable paper that I put on this whole spread, and then there's like stickers, a little quote I ripped out from like an old planner. It says, big things have small beginnings. Here's another sort of a mix of a page, this same paper of the little egg omelets, but you can see I'm still using the Dymo label here, stickers. This is an illustration, like a December illustration from an old calendar that I actually did. And here I stuck these like gold sticker things here because I was testing out cutting with my Cameo silhouette machine, where it can cut out like onto sticker paper or paper. So I was testing on this like glitter stickery paper, cutting things out. And this is when I got my new, this is recent, the TWSBI Echo transparent purple pen, and I put in the shimmery purple pizzazz ink. So I was testing it out and documenting it here on this spread, and it's just like layers of memo papers, the TWSBI logo, and just papers that I had lying around. This is a bunch of washi tapes with, again, paper memo, vintage paper, stickers, like collaged, and the journaling. And what is this? Was just more, oh, I wanted to use this rub-on. So this is from a rub-on sheet where it says like daily note, every day is a new opportunity, and it has sort of like they look like those very generic like illustrations for like magazines and things about daily life or exercising or yoga. And it says like, when the mind, body, and spirit work as one, anything is possible. And this illustration I think is from La Dolce Vita, from like a memo paper though that I had cut out, and then I just sort of labeled it, and like it's very white. There's actually this white paper here, but I guess you can barely see the texture. And let's see, this is another memo paper, and I had used that same purple pizzazz ink and just made like a little design. This is another printable paper, and these are a bunch of stickers and some journaling. And this is what I mean with like this weird journaling where I guess I should credit it, but I don't remember what I was even reading. But sometimes I will be reading something, or I will hear something, and I want to write down that phrase, but then I like sort of riff off of that and start like writing my own stuff, adding on to that. So it's not really like a quote. It's just like, I don't know, a weird observation from hearing something. And I think I've mentioned this before, but one of my in the back of my Hobonichi, where it has my 100 list, my 100 list is actually like phrases or words that are interesting to me, because I just like to keep that for future reference, I guess. And the final page is this random collage with a bunch of these Kita tapes, printable papers, stickers, little sticker stamps, and this is cute things from Japan, the shop that is from Japan with a bunch of like stationery supplies. And this is the shop Kuroku Studio in Germany, and just some of their stuff I had like stuck it in here. And that is the journal insert complete. So I'm happy to like be done with it, because I'm sort of like, I'm done with this like format and style, and I just want to move on to doing really random weird things. And I guess it's because it sort of bothered me just the way the insert was like breaking apart, and I had to keep fixing it with washi tape and things on like random spreads. So I'm glad to be done with it. But it's sort of like satisfying to see when there's these like similar elements throughout the journal. Although it doesn't have to be that way, obviously, but I don't know why I have like this obsession. My phone keeps like going crazy. I have this obsession with seeing that consistency, which is sort of nice. So just wanted to share, and I don't know if I have a favorite, spread. Like sometimes there's a favorite spread, but I definitely do like a lot of the papers that I've used here. And I guess I should either make inserts with less pages so that even if I add so much collaging and paper to it, it won't break apart. Because the other journal that I am working on right now, because I do have a lot of journals already, like always in progress, but that was a traveler's insert, but this is like a, what do you call it? It's like a, I think it was supposed to be a bullet journal, right? But obviously I have not used it as a bullet journal because I'm collaging in it, and so I just, you can tell the thing just broke because the you call this? I mean, the binding didn't break. It's because I put too much papers in it. So like this front liner paper and the first pages, like it just broke here because of the stress, probably to the binding. It didn't fit. But I mean, obviously the pages are still attached. It just has this horrible torn part. But yeah, this is like nowhere near being done, but it's already this fat. It's just sort of crazy. But this is a much bigger format. This is an A5 size journal. And so this one started out being a lot like neater. I was like printing out Instagram posts that I really enjoyed and I just wanted to like include it. And then it was like just random, collages and stickers and things that my kids gave me. So this is like another sort of journaling kind of thing. And it definitely has the Dymo labels too, but it also, I've been using this brown microliner in this particular journal. But yeah, this is definitely very random. Like it doesn't have any kind of particular style. This is like a spread that is just all stickers because I wanted to use like a bunch of stickers. Because sometimes you have stickers that you would never use like directly that has like any kind of quote unquote meaning to what you're journaling, because when you buy stickers sometimes they come in sets or they come in like sheets, and sometimes there's just a lot of randomness, like it's not always full of meaning because you wanted to use that particular cat sticker or something. So I really like this idea of doing like these crazy collages with all stickers. They're just so cool looking, right? So a lot of like it's just random journaling, random snippets, random, and so I've done a lot of pages, but some of them are empty, as you can see, because I'm not a linear journaler. I just flip to a page and do something, and sometimes I just leave it like that and I'll fill it in later. So it's like, it's neither here nor there. And it's not necessarily like, obviously it's not linear, right? Like I have stuff here that's like technically, complete, whereas there's all these like empty pages in the middle too. So we will see what will happen. So I still need to finish this one, although it's getting crazy. So that's all I wanted to share today. Just wanted to do that, flip through to celebrate finishing this journal insert. And I will be back another time to share some more journaling love and stationery love. Until next time.